Hello and welcome back to another video. I've really been grinding this weekend. I want to have every drop in the 3rd sea before the sun goes down. Now, there are a few drops like the pilot helmet that I don't have recordings of, simply because I got it a while ago and I didn't think about it. The pilot helmet is a rare and it comes from the weakest boss in the 3rd sea, but despite that, it's kind of underrated. It gives you a 130% speed buff, 10% health regen, 250 energy and health. Now, although most of these stats aren't amazing, I've got to say the speed buff is pretty nice. If you are a mink, you'll become the Flash while wearing this. Next, I got the lay drop from the Kilo boss on the Great Tree Island. It gives you 50% health regen, which is pretty good, but it doesn't give you anything else, so I understand why it's a rare. If you defeat the Empress, you have a chance of getting the Serpent Bow, which is a legendary ranged weapon just like the Kabucha. Now, even though I only have the first move, it already seems stronger than Kabucha. It does more damage and it has a poison tick. And it breaks observation haki, unlike the Kabucha first move. So yeah, this weapon seems pretty good. And the last one I didn't record, the Canvander. This is a legendary sword, and its hilt is quite unique compared to the others. There are some little jewels in there. You can get the Canvander by killing the beautiful pirate boss on the floating turtle island. Be warned though, he's quite strong and he also has a second form just like the flamingo. Now we're getting into the really interesting ones. So, if you kill 500 NPC on the main Whole Cake Island, you can unlock the portal that takes you to Katakuri. Katakuri, or the Cake Prince, has 2 drops. First, there's a Pale Scarf, which I was bragging about getting on the first try. Pale Scarf first try, let's go! And then someone told me it's a 100% drop. But the ridiculous thing is, despite it being a guaranteed drop, it's extremely good. It gives you 15% more damage on Blox Fruit and Sword, but the interesting part is it gives you 2 more observation haki dodges and lets you see 10 times further than usual. As you can see, I now have a grand total of 11 dodges, and I can see people that are on completely different islands from miles away, which makes this accessory very useful for bounty hunting. Honestly, I don't understand why they made this a guaranteed drop. It's one of the most overpowered accessories I've ever seen, and if it were up to me, I would have made it a mythical just like the Dark Coat. And his second drop is the Spiky Trident, which I got after 4 or 5 attempts. This is a legendary weapon with a 5% drop chance. This weapon doesn't look like much, but it slaps in PvP. If you manage to stun them, you push them away, then pull them back with the other move, and then you can do some really nasty combos. Another drop you can get on Whole Cake Island is the Buddy Sword. This is a 5% drop chance from the Cake Queen. This is of course another legendary sword, and I really like the pirate ship wheel hilt. Now for the next drop, this is the luckiest I've ever been. I only ever fought the Soul Reaper boss once, and I got both drops on the first try, one of which is a mythical. This is really weird considering I'm the same guy who took nearly a year to get the Dark Coat. The mythical drop is the Hallow Scythe, which has a 10% drop chance, which is very high for a mythical. So I guess that explains it. The Holy Crown, I believe it's a guaranteed drop, and it's a legendary. The Holy Crown buffs your defense, your damage, and energy regen by 5%, and gives you 500 energy and 500 health. Next, there's a collection of drops you can get while farming the Elite NPC, which are pretty easy to get. You can either get a bandana or a hunter's cape. The bandanas come in 3 different colors: black, green, and red. All 3 colors do the same thing, which is an 80% faster run speed, 10% more damage on melee sword and gun, and a 750 energy buff. The hunter capes come in the exact same colors and give the exact same buffs as the bandanas. Once you've defeated 30 elites, go to the waterfall on the Hydra Island. Once you've found the waterfall, dash inside it, go to the door, then shift lock and Soru through it. Next, just gather the zombies real quick and kill them. And now you can take the Yama sword. Now it will take a few clicks, but as long as you have 30 elite kills, there shouldn't be a problem. If you try taking the sword and you don't have 30 elite kills, the sword will deem you unworthy and you'll die. Okay, come on. A couple more clicks should do the trick. There we go. Here it is without Haki. And here it is with Haki. This is another legendary sword. There are a lot of legendary swords in the 3rd sea. While you're still in this area, ask a friend to summon Indra for you. Make sure you're level 2000 though. And there should be a secret entrance up one of these water thingies. It's the one on the left of the door. Then just run into the glowing white door. Once you've reached this area, you will have received a holy torch. With this holy torch, you need to light the other torches that are hidden all over the floating turtle island. If you take too long to light them all up, your holy torch will go out. Luckily for me though, I have a kind player who knows all the locations, and he agreed to help me out with this. So I want to give him a big thank you. Once you've lighted the last one, a message will appear on your screen saying that you may enter the boss's hideout. If the boss isn't there, don't panic, he'll eventually respawn. Now we just need to kill the boss. And there we go, we get another legendary sword, the Tushita, and you also get the Celestial Swordsman title. Now the next few drops are a bit more difficult. You need to get a God Chalice from one of the elite NPC, and then you need to spawn Indra with it on the Sea Castle. If you did at least 10% of the damage, you're guaranteed a Valkyrie Helm, which is great for sword users. But the drop you really want to aim for is the second one, the Dark Dagger, or as I like to call it, the Minioru. Now this can take quite a few attempts. I think it took me 10 to 12 attempts before I got the Dark Dagger, and because my luck isn't insane enough that I get a God Chalice every time I kill an elite, I farmed Indra in public servers. And this can be really annoying because there are always people who forget to ally. Yeah, I bet they're so sorry that they stole some of your bounty. Anyway, after hours of suffering, I eventually got it. It's basically a mini Yoru, and when it's unequipped, you have a cross necklace. Honestly though, out of all the drops I farmed for, the most difficult one to get wasn't the Dark Dagger, it was the twin hooks. And I mean by far, man. I lost count, but I think I did at least 20 kills. And you want to know the best part? When I finally got them, I was thinking, wow, that took forever. They must be at least legendary, right? My luck is just something else, man. Anyway, here they are. And that's basically all of the drops. But there is a category I'd call, let's say, bonus drops, I guess. If you keep spending bones at the Death King, you have a chance of getting the Golden Sun Hat. This is a rare accessory, but it's surprisingly decent. It buffs any attack by 10% and gives you 500 more HP. If you've killed 5 elites, talk to this NPC on the Sea Castle, and he'll give you the pretty helmet. This one is also a rare, but it does a lot more stuff than the Golden Sun Hat. And by the way, I gotta say, it does deserve its name. It gives you 50% faster run speed, 10% more melee damage, 12.5% more defense against melee attacks, 250 energy, and 500 health. A lot of stuff. There's also a legendary accessory that you can get from the Citizen quest line. Once you've completed the 50 Pirates quest, there should be a new quest you've unlocked where you have to find a hat. You need to go to the big grey rock on the left and destroy it. Usually a sword will do the trick. And then just walk into the treasure chest and you got yourself a musketeer hat. This is an accessory for sword and gun users. It will buff your attacks by 12.5% and it will give you a 12.5% cooldown reduction. And I think that's all of them. Let me know which drop you liked the most and how long it took you to get it. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you in part 2.